ready?
Yeah.
Alright, hold up.
1, 2, 2.
Good night, greetings everybody. We are G-Syndicate, and tonight is vibes as we syndicate you vibes, you know. You're gonna be hearing some songs off our upcoming EP. Things gonna be nice. So right about now, we starting with this one. Ready to blow? So are you ready to go? So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, ready to blow, ready to blow. Oh, so let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time to start the party. Sometimes we be getting dirty. This time we're starting this thing right. Hey, so just kick off your shoes. It's no time to feel the blues. So baby, we gonna do our thing tonight. Oh, leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you've got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time for you to be free. Let's just enjoy the party tonight. We just gonna ease our mind. So just think about the world, 'cause we're not gonna step on all in the way. Just leaving all our fears behind. So leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you've got the chance. Lose your fear, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Let the music take control. Let it seep into your soul. When the bass line starts pulsating, feel the stress keep evaporating. Let it bring me to your mind. There could be no better time to get on the floor, 'cause we're just ready to blow. Ready to blow, start up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark on the trombone.
Start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Give it up for Mark, y'all. So let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Ready to blow.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Yes, folks, good night one more time. We are G-Syndicate. This next song we're going to do for you, you can find it on our upcoming EP called Revive. We released it last year, and be ready to rock. This one is called Chemistry.
Hey girl. Hey girl. moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come wind up on me. I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me. Don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, and you run the world. And let me say face to face. Know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright. So gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. I hear your voice, angelic eyes. So amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come wind up on me. I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me. Don't hold back, gal, just be free. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, gal, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love when you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, gal, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. So come wind up on me. I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me. Don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance with me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and turn grooving. I love you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance with me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and turn grooving. I love you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance with me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, we're still moving. I love you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, and dance with me, baby. Step out, step out. Just keep it moving, but we're still grooving. We're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Yeah.
The next selection is entitled Englishman in New York, a song made famous by Sting in the 80s. Hope you enjoy. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, my tea. I like my toaster on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking king here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in if man, as someone said, he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty's propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, all rare in this society. At night a candle's brighter than the sun. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. In New York, takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners make it man, and someone said he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and strive. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
We know you sing at home.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York City. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Now, growing up in the 90s, I would have loved these songs. I'm sure those of you that know them will love them as well. So we got two songs coming up for you. We got I Wanna Know by Joe and Someone to Love by John B. and Babyface. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh. Nobody ever made me feel this way. No. You kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry. Oh, so I can be the one to always make you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were with. No. And he never took the time to make it worse.
More loving girl.
Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows consent. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, and I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
bread. You mean, I see. You're trying to get me. Testing 1, 2, we go. It can't hold the flame. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Here. Let me see. Let me make a try for it, Neil.
Nah, real low.
Yeah. I say what I said.
I said what I said.
Comment on the environment. All alone by the ghost and say,
Hell no to the no.
no.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're getting on, my brother. What's your story?
I hear, man. I hear quite. Everything good with you? What's going on in your world, man?
I am well.
Life is great.
Life is all right.
Life is all right.
Life is pretty good.
Life is all right. Life
is all right.
So life is cheers to life, huh?
Oh yes. For sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me, my brother, other than us being great, tell us about how good G-Syndicate is doing. Let us know how the man sounding.
Quite well. The man sounded expensive. The date for CH has been pushed back. There's another event there, so they were double booked there. So push back. So it's not going to be 6 anymore. We're just making sure that all the guys are available for the next prospective date. And as soon as I know that, I will let you guys know. But big at the guys, Kiamal, Vaden, Mark, Brett, Hugh. We actually in studio doing some recording this week, so that's been great. Mm-hmm. And we had a rehearsal last night as well. So we got a recording to do for somebody as far as away as Japan. So for some like World Peace Day or something like that, I think it is. Mm-hmm. So got stuff going on all around. Can't complain at all. Mm-hmm. Because there, check us out, gsyndicate6.com. Mm-hmm. Check us out here on YouTube, G-Syndicate6, Twitter, Facebook. Sorry, not Twitter, X, Facebook, and SoundCloud. And then when you go over to Instagram, just type out the 6 and you will find the guys over on Instagram. We got everybody coming in the place.
Yeah. So shout out G-Syndicate. Remember, that event at the CH Bar has been pushed back, so don't be going October 6th. Want to know where the man going? The man will let you know when the follow-up. Well, when the new date will be for that event. So please do not go to CH Bar on October 6th expecting to see G-Syndicate. You can go to CH Bar, but certainly don't expect G-Syndicate to be there performing because they will be their performance has been postponed. But anyhow, good evening to Priya. Good evening to Lee. My brother, I see it off camera, but I like to say. Okay, first let me say, ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching the Senate Podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do 5 bits of content for you when the week comes. We do the Senate Podcast live. This is this space, the non-Dipsy Doodle space, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Barbados time. And then, of course, just get a little freaky-deaky Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the Senate Shorts. Those are bite-sized contents compared to the live stream. So expect them to be anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes long. But that is where Derek goes in the muck and mire of the social media streets, and he comes back with his best journalistic Geraldo impression, and he lays out the news. And we just comment on it. We do not make or fabricate any news here. We report the news as we see it on social media. Of course, social media is wild. Some of it could be embellished or even made up. But you know what? We can report it.
We are reporting what is out there.
We are reporting what is out there. Derek, know that I say that. As I say good night to Priya, Lee, Jonico in the building. Shout out to Jonico. I see Shane. Shane is a good man. What's going on, Shane? What the family as well. It is interesting. It is interesting coming out of Tuesday's discussion. It was a bit. Shout out Charmaine. It was a bit contentious, and Ramel. Shout out Ramel Vaughn in the place, right?
Feisty word it got on more than one occasion.
Say again, I hear you.
Feisty.
Yeah,
is a word that was used to describe it on more than one occasion.
Yeah, it was contentious, and we welcome that to some degree. Obviously, the space was created. We did not create it expecting people to be in a vacuum agreeing with everything we say. We created it because we knew that along with the truth will always come some pushback because some people just can't handle the truth. And what I found particularly interesting is that, you know, life is not black and white, as I said on Tuesday, but it is just interesting how some people just don't want to be open-minded to listen to certain differing points of view. And that's fine, because Derek and myself have certainly been guilty of that over the years with many different things, like trying to convince Derek that LeBron James is a great player and a great athlete in basketball. You can, like, you know, Derek's mind is close to that premise. But in all seriousness, it made me realize, you know, some people, this content that we do, this content is for people that want to have a varying perspective and a challenge to their perspective already, right? No, I ain't saying everything we say can be gospel. Some of it is thought experiments. Some of it is, you know, downright opinion based. But by and large, some of it is downright devil's advocate. But the point remains is that, right, at some point, this is to challenge you to at least open your mind to think about it. We ask you to agree. We just ask you to think about it, right? We definitely don't expect you to agree with everything we said. My mother always used to tell me when I was a little boy, you know, everybody in this world ain't gonna let you. Everybody in this world ain't gonna thought you. Everybody in this world ain't gonna agree with you. But you gotta truck on. You gotta get on with it, right? So it is fine if we disagree. We just asking you to think and open your mind. I know we are gonna say some very, like Tuesday, for example, was a very rough to hear that if you hold a horn, you know, you could
sometimes
you could, you know, step back up and keep the person, right? But we are speaking from the perspective of being open-minded and having that level of commitment, duty, and honor, even though your partner would have lapsed in that. And certainly, 10 years and 10 days, or shoot, however long. I was speaking to someone today, and they said they were married for nearly 30 years. And I asked them point blank. I said, if you were to find out that your spouse had an indiscretion, whether currently, previously, or, you know, one-off or continuously, would you leave the person? She quite said no. The person said no, they would not do that. Why? Because they have children, they have bills, memories, ups, downs, left, rights, and it just don't throw away. You don't just throw away because of a moment or moments of indiscretion. Again, we're not telling you not to throw it away, but we are telling you to at least think about it before you do. Not just up and throw away the baby with the bathwater because you're feeling, as the young people say, in your feelings. It's a hard pill to swallow. As a man that has cheated and probably has been cheated on, I can tell you, it's never a good feeling, for me at least, to be on the receiving or the giving end of it in the long run. Anyhow, that's enough waxing poetically, my brother. We got work to do. This is a fan submission night. There is still busy diligently trying to get rid of content out of his phone, failing miserably, I would assume. Because I hear now the man will send me a whole flood of things now that I got to hurry up and fill time before we could get into it. So my brother, what I'll do is I'll kick it over to you. You could plug the King's Gathering 3, for example, so that you could give me an opportunity to get things going.
For sure, I shall do that. The next King's Gathering, the third edition, it is going to be November 19th. That is in the... You, Kevin, you're right. You are damn right.
What was that, Kevin? Hold on, let me read. I can read it. You go ahead.
Oh, 6 brown chicks coming, buddy.
Boy, I hear loading. I'm just shaking my head, boy.
Yeah, November 19th is going to be the third edition of the King's Gathering over the Ginger Lily Hall. And we are going to, it's International Men's Day, so we want to do it something special. We already have Kerry Holder. He's going to be coming. He's going to be doing the presentation of fitness and nutrition for men. This is important because a lot of times men, we can get caught up just going along in the daily grind of life, and we kind of get caught up in the minutia of things, and then we forget to deal with self. And then we end up trying to pour from an empty cup. You know, that is why we are usually survived by our wives and our loved ones. And that is, just remember that for later on with the end of the show, right? We're usually survived by our loved ones. And so fitness, nutrition, very, very important to us, even though we don't recognize it, because we sometimes just don't eat any old thing. For example, Neil, I just scrambled the door, come to the show with you, my brother. So I too am guilty of this.
Yeah, me too, boy.
Kind of just
Mainly.
get caught up, long. So he had a scramble up, and that's why he was off camera just now.
Yeah.
So next time he'll be scrambling down an egg.
I believe I got packing that here so that as soon as you start thought boss, I gone.
When you see me off camera, guys, it's because they don't want to digest my food in your faces.
No, that's rude.
And the faces of those who are watching across the Caribbean and the world, you know. So yeah. King's Gathering, November 19th, International Men's Day. We got Kerry Holder. He's going to come in to do the fitness and nutrition. See Dr. Kerry Ann Peart. She's going to live long because it was just about to call her name.
Shout
So
out
she
Dr.
too
Kerry.
has agreed. She is going to do a presentation. We spoke about it today. Unfortunately, because I am more seasoned, as you can tell from the salt and pepper in my beard, I cannot recall what it is. Dr. Kerry told me exactly she was going to do, but I know it runs on from the Ace of Fun and Conscious Coupling that she would have done at the first and second editions of the King's Gathering. The third presenter is going to be another lady. Yes, the ladies are coming into this space and they're sharing interesting perspectives. This is a young lady by the name of Nikita Vaughn. She's an attorney at law, and she is going to be doing a presentation in editions past. The first two editions, we had Jariah Rock. He gave us some wise counsel, and Nikita Vaughn is coming to do the same. So I think Neil, for in the lead up to this one, we can get some nice photos and things.
Oh yeah, we can do thing a little bit.
You know? We can work on it. But yeah, those are the three presenters who have said yes, they are coming so far. We got a couple more that we like to get, and we're definitely trying to keep it tight. Tamtar Culinary Creations.
Show them.
They are as well. I talked to my boy Choco Minaj again. But yeah, because we're looking to up the thing here for this third edition, it is going to be International Men's Day, and we want to see as many of you coming on out. We are going to get the flyer done for you very, very soon, so you can start pushing it out to your different groups, sharing it with your friends, etc. Because we want as many of you there to receive the information that we have for you, right? So that is the King's Gathering. It's October. November 19th, International Men's Day. It's a Sunday evening, and it is going to be at the Ginger Lily Hall. You got Kevin right there, and he will be able to tell you that for certain. But I think, Neil, you should be about ready for us to get
I just, you keep going. I ain't finished, but I a good ways ahead of you that I could catch up in the juggling.
So, as usual, Neil, I like to start with a little bit of levity to get the evening kicked off. I see Charmin saying she's going to be there. Cherish is in the house. Cherish.
Shout out Cherish.
We brought her son last time in. She reported to me that her son had a good time, and he also received some pertinent information that would help guide him through his teenage years. Because this is the years that he will be now looking to get into start thinking about forming relationships with females and getting into other stuff, and his days get heartbroken,
Yeah.
Yes.
I know only that. Sorry.
Musical taste too.
Yeah, sorry about that. But not only that, but he's also at that age where he's going to be tested by a lot of other things too that can possibly take him off his path. Not saying that we don't want him to indeed enjoy his life, but certainly we don't want him. He has to be wary of the company he keeps. It's not just about the relationships. It is about the company that you keep, because we have diverse of instances where your enemy is literally standing behind you, claiming to have your back as your boy. So,
for sure. Oh dear, no use to you. I feel like if we have something pertinent about that.
Look, the man is you are the Rodigan of the streets, B. If you get that if you all out there get that reference, put ones in chat. But you are the Rodigan of the streets.
I can see. I was gonna stop where I stopped, but since you mentioned that, let me see if I can go down in the crate and find something to accommodate that reference that you made. They probably will, though. But anyhow, they ain't gonna hear me saying poetically about this kind of stuff, or philosophically.
Certainly not.
Let me get number one on screen.
Let me get it here.
So 236, folks. The fast submission, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Now that I hear Neil, I put in some time for Neil as well. Let me say thank you to all of you who supported the first 2 editions of the King's Gathering, those of you who are willing to support the 3rd edition of the King's Gathering, and also to those of you who submit stuff, who send me stuff. I get stuff every day. I am appreciative of it.
Let's get things too boy. I started to catch up with you.
Yeah, we genuinely appreciate the fact that you guys are sharing the stuff that you see on a daily basis, because it lets us know we are not crazy.
Yeah.
And that because people like to say that they are crazy.
Yeah.
That we just digging up the worst in people or whatever.
The worst in women.
The worst in women. So we get the worst in women.
Mm-hmm.
But really, truly, as Neil said at the top of the show, we just report on what's presented to us. Right. And I also want to say, and let me say it to those of you who share messages that, but this evening, just before it got to the door, got a message from one of our subscribers and contributors who he was having a little rough time, but he said he sent it charts, lift his spirit, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the discussion on Tuesday and Thursdays, it lifts his spirit as well. He got some stuff he's dealing with, holding up in prayer. And I won't say his name or what he's going through, but those of you everybody got their own problems, we know that.
Yeah.
But just remember that you got a fellow senator in here who needs your prayers. Send up prayers for all. If you are sure who it is, send up prayers for all, and somebody can get the blessings, right? So let me go forward, let me crank.
There we go. Let's get it. Number 1 on screen.
Number 1, and it asks, what food do you guys think this guy is cooking? What is he cooking?
It look like he's stirring some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, some mac and cheese stir over there. Yeah, let me get that one deal, because we want to keep this one tight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
To take this run through the door. So,
all right, let me get it. Number 2 on screen.
So this person asks, this is on the spiritual word, and Slim Carey asks, can you miss out on a good person just because they got 4 kids?
Okay, so yes, you can miss out on a good person that has 4 kids, but do you want the drama of having somebody that has 4 kids? Do those 4 kids come with one baby mama or several? Or baby daddies or several? Like, at the end of the day, I understand the sentiment. It obviously does not say that if you have 4 baby mamas or baby daddies that you are a bad person. That is certainly not what we are saying. It has nothing to do with your moral compass or your ability to be a good or a bad person. It literally has to do with how their baggage and luggage and all the things they bring will impact and infringe on your peace of mind and your happiness. So if you find somebody that has 4 children from 4 different baby mamas or daddies, and you could deal and mitigate the situation, it could be a situation where everybody cool, everybody nice, the mother or mothers or father or fathers of the children get along very well with everybody, and they're very open and willing. They've moved on, and it's just about co-parenting and being the best version of themselves that they can be. Certainly go for it. But the reason why we say to avoid certain situations like 4 kids, multiple parents, or baby daddies, or baby parents, or whatever, is because usually it's wrapped up in that bullshit. So, just...
Yeah, that's a beautiful point. It's not about your capacity as a person to be a good person. It's not about that. It goes from being 1 person, 2 persons, to, now you got to buy a minivan, right? That's really what it's about. And then if it is multiple parents, as you say, Neil, then you got to deal with those multiple parents. But having said that, as Neil said, hey, the situations are good. If you got good situations where there's no friction, it's just you and you could not be in a relationship, you're supporting each other as parents, you're co-parenting, that's the term. You're co-parenting well and all that. Yeah. But it's difficult to co-parent when you co-parenting with 4 or 5 different people. So that is why there's always so much pushback, particularly from content creators within male-centered content. That's why there's always so much pushback about if you got 4 kids. And to be fair, I might have got 4 children from 4 different women. Ladies who don't want to be here either. The same. Just putting it out there. So that goes both ways. Can you miss out on a good person just because they got 4Ks? 4Ks, depending on the situation, could be problematic. Anyhow, nearly touched. Look at the next one on screen there. And it reads, Nicole Ari Parker says she misses a single life after being married to Boris Kajol for over 17 years. Wants more attention, but the top caption reads, if she leaves, she's going to miss the married life. If you don't believe women get divorced out of sheer boredom, you'd be crazy. Now, you think about this, I got a partner, shoot, we have a mutual friend who was divorced very recently, and he is still trying to figure out how we get there. You know what I mean? So yeah, Nicole Ari Parker is a very attractive woman. I made crush on her when I was a little younger. But ladies, don't just bracket your home. Are you bored? Don't do that, please. Because the reality is, Boris Kajol, he is struggling in these streets to find somebody to love it. He's not. I'm sure the ladies will bear so on that, right? Boris Kajol is not going to struggle, right? Dr. K says Nicole Ari Parker be listening to them, other women who bored and graduated their marriage. And I hope, and this is the thing, Neil, because we covered this already, right? This popped up last year or year before, this very situation. And somebody said it to me, and I was like, I remember saying to the person, I really hope that it's old. I really hope that it's old. But here it is again, you know what I mean? Because I saw it before, and then the person sent it to me, and I was like, I really hope it's old. Because I would hate to think that, you know, this here flaring up, like a herpes rash. Like, yeah, let me just left my husband because they bored, you know.
But you know, here's my take on this, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you see now why we ask you all to think? Now, obviously on the surface.
Correct, Charmaine. That is very true.
At times
you're not ruling out.
Yeah, for sure. Right? It is interesting to know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, when you see us say and bring certain things that are contentious, you may think that we are being misogynist. Well, don't let me use the labels, but we are skewed to one belief, bashing another gender. But the truth of the matter is, right, is we bring this context so that you could think. You know, when I saw this, what I see? Well, if Boris Kajol's wife is missing her single life and may or may not divorce Boris Kajol, gentlemen, who the hell are you?
They don't want me to hear these quick Neil. They don't want. See, I ask the question is like, who you gonna marry after Boris?
You understand?
You know what I mean?
So ladies, I know you watching this, you know you seeing this and saying, ooh, Boris almost free, boom, 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 boom. You ready to thirst trap? Not thirst trap, but you ready to crush on him, crush Mondays or whatever that's doing. I don't know, right? But please understand that men just watch this content too. Man, see this, and I guarantee you that if a man like Boris Kajol got a bored wife, gentlemen, you could only do so much. We're not telling you not to rule out. We're not telling you to rule out marriage. We're not telling you not to do for your wife or care for your wife or anything like that. We're not telling you that. We tell you to do those things, certainly. But there is always say, we are not here to teach you the game. We're just here to show you how the game is played. You understand? We don't make any rules. We don't make any rules. This is the game.
So my boy Brett in the house. Brett.
Shout out Brett. I see Ruben earlier. Good night to everybody that's antisocial in the building. I just saying, please understand that Boris Kajol got a bored wife at home after 70 years of marriage.
Yeah, I think it's important, Neil, to say it too. That we don't, because we do, it's about awareness. We're not saying it's going to happen, but you need to know that it can happen. Then you got all of these things queued up.
Yeah.
I need you to we can break the running order a little bit. I want you to go to number 34 just because it follows on so well from this. This one is from Chisha Z. This video is from Chisha Z. I had to put them for a little while. Here it is coming full circle. Before you play this, I need to let the men in the audience know, the ladies too, because this one is serious. Trigger warning. All right.
Trigger warning. The man said it. Let me see if I could get it in. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I queued up the wrong thing, but I have it here.
34.
Yeah, I got it here. So, all right, let me roll. 3, 2, 1.
Moment we were driving, and she was like, ugh. And I was like, what's going on, babe? And she was like, I just want someone else on me. And I was like,
it had been.
I'm driving. I'm like,
He was like, what?
wait, excuse me? I was like, what do you mean you just want somebody else on? And look, she was in her own world. She was just like,
just staring out the window.
When the truth comes out.
And it didn't mean exactly that. What I meant was...
Nah, yes, you did. No, here comes the clarification.
Let's talk.
You said what you meant, man.
We had been in a relationship for...
a long time.
Probably 10 years by then.
No, it was like 7 years.
7-year itch, you know what they say. And, I had missed... Like, you miss when you get married, that moment that you guys meet for the first time and... He walks you to your door and you're like, oh, is this going to be a thing? Is it not going to be? The butterflies, all those things when you're dating people, the spontaneity.
Dating people, keyword, you miss dating different people and giving them the cheeks.
All those little things. And I had just gotten to a point where I was like, oh, I'm never going to have a first kiss again with someone. I'm never going to get that anxious feeling again when you're first dating someone and you don't know where it's going. And it was more like a realization of all of that stuff. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to let that go. Like those butterfly feelings.
The streets.
Listen, right? Listen. Honestly speaking, right? I can understand you being with somebody for a long, long time. And
You're a little bored.
Yeah, I wonder a little longer, or you say, child boy, miss the because you see, them women just miss about the first time a kiss or whatever. We's miss the first time. We's miss, some just call it the hunt or the chase. I don't call it that. I would more call it the thrill of getting to know someone and bonding with someone, and right. And
you and I have a mutual friend who loves that stage.
Nonsense. Anyhow, the thing about it is that I understand you can miss that. May miss it too. Certainly, if you feel that your relationship is solid enough that you want to mention that to your partner, which is funny because if the man had tell that to the woman, guarantee.
That's the part there, Neil.
Guarantee.
I want the men in this chat, the men that watching this show.
Go ahead, tell your woman or your wife.
Even in jest, right? Even in jest. I want you to attempt to tell your woman, but just like the sticks and strange.
The Senate podcast will not be held responsible for any dissolution of relationship or marriage.
Do it for science. Go home, driving in the car or anything like that, and see if you can make it through the night the next morning.
As a married or dating man, so let's be honest, right? There is nothing wrong with feeling. Go ahead.
You know what hurt me with that? That idiot saying on this Kenny he ass smoke. She talking that foolishness. That's the part that really annoyed me.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not
but
me.
again, they say that we are patriarchal, misogynistic, and all kind of other is. So again, men go home. As a matter of fact, I want men in the chat to check me here now.
Brother man, look at
what would you do if your woman say to you, "Oh, just like somebody else on top of me"? What would you do, gentlemen? But let me know in the chat, please. I am intrigued.
Yeah, man. Long story short, let me wrap up this segment here. There's nothing wrong in feeling these feelings, being bored or saying, but certainly there's no reason to air this out. There's no reason to talk about this. Is something you have to deal with on your own. Mm-hmm. This ain't gonna see later day. You ain't gonna tell your partner. You ain't got unless you like literally engaging other people on the fringes of hoping that if they slip the slide, you know what I mean? Like you got a work husband or you got a work wife or you got that friend that asks you, Kadir, you mean they didn't do X or Y for you today? Well, I would never do. If that is the case, you need to obviously check yourself, get therapy, whatever. But honestly, certainly, there's nothing wrong in having. I miss the days when it was in streets. But if you're in a good, committed, long relationships, you ain't gonna miss the streets at all.
I'm saying, Right? And Lee says, some things can remain as thoughts. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Kevin, you go work right. Your situation is different.
Yeah. You yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it remains as thoughts. But here's a novel idea. How about taking the same that interest and directing it towards the partner that you're currently with?
Troy saying strange.
Yeah, going instead of doing an event, doing a gallery, try saying different. You know what I mean?
In the balcony, so the neighbors could see, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? Do something, but look, just to come and say, shoot, role play. Bring the toys. We bring your rules. Get one of Rose party. Maybe between two. But don't just discuss you. And the audacity, the unmitigated temerity. This is Teddy, man. They just want somebody. Let's find me. What? I don't need to give a 6 bro. 6 bro chicks can't be the worst of that. Let me get number 4 there, dude.
Yeah, let me.
You doing one. 6 bro chicks can't be the worst. Right? Let me get 6 bro chicks here. Right. This one reads: I'm 60. I've been told I could pass for 40. Okay. I'm very attracted to my 26-year-old daughter's boyfriend. They both live with me. This is going to be calamitous. He runs through me like water. I want to shoot my shot. So now we see why she better shoot me like water, because mom's trying to shoot she shot and she boyfriend, man. She daughter, man. I wanted to shoot my shot, so I made breakfast for him while she was hungover in bed. I wore my see-through gown, braless, and presented his plate of bacon, eggs, and French toast. Him, thank you. Me, I'll serve you anytime. He smiled. I leaned in close to kiss him. He pushed me away. My girl came through. My girl came through you. I don't want to go in after. He didn't touch his food. He hasn't mentioned anything to my daughter, so I know he's still thinking about me. How do I make him see that I'm a sexual woman and not just somebody's mother? I deserve a shot. Hashtag SBC chat. Okay, Neil, I guess I was wrong. SBC chat. Not to be good.
Brother man. No, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make it clear, right? Like the same thing we do with the Beijing Confessions 246, we take this with a hefty helping of salt. You know what I mean? A pot spoon of salt, as Derek would say, right? But you got the audacity, the temerity to come and say that you're attracted to your daughter's boyfriend. You literally shot. A matter of fact, you shot shots at this man. You shot shots at this man. You bait the man, saying, you cook the man, saying, prepare the man meal, went kiss the man. The man reject you, and you want the man to see you as a sexual woman and not somebody's my girl, not somebody's mother. Your daughter's mother. You deserve a shot. You right. You deserve a shot. you right. You deserve a shot. But yeah.
Don't leave, Jonathan. Don't leave.
Yeah. At the end of the year, Jonathan come back. At the end of the day, I understand. I appreciate that you look good for 60. Sure, we ain't got enough. So she said. But you know what? At the end of the day, your daughter's partner is your daughter's partner. And if you are thirsting and actively trying to seduce and entice your daughter's boyfriend, I don't think you should be coming on here asking for advice to met the man see you as not somebody mother and you deserve a shot. I think you should be talking to the therapist about how you need, or a pastor, or how you need to get these thoughts out of your brain. Long and short, do not try to seduce your child's partner.
Wait, is this a deal to talk to your family members?
Yes, talk to your family members, yo.
I don't know why we had to say that. But
boy.
Anyhow, because said she needed Lord. Let's go for the next one, Neil.
More bro chicks, man. More 6 bro chicks.
More 6 bro chicks. You know how it goes. Dating her 5.5 years. I cheated, got away with it. Got caught, apologized, blamed her, and then worked my way back into her life. The last time I got caught,
Start again.
James Bond.
Start again.
Dating her for 5.5 years. I cheated, got away with it. Got caught, apologized. Blamed her, and then worked my way back into her life. The last time I got caught, there were no tears, no convo, no move out dramatics. She just started openly dating another man and bringing him home.
Oh, Rosket.
I was in the front room gaming, and they walked past me and went into our room. What the F? Me. Yo, who is that? Her. You? But upgraded.
God damn.
He spent the night and grabbed some personal items and left. My mama's house now, and that Bigfoot ninja is still there. She won't accept my calls. What happened? How do I get this man out of our lives without violence? Hashtag SBC chat.
Right, and this is exactly why we say it's got to take this here with a grain of salt, right? Or a pot spoon of salt, right? Because this man joking with my Bigfoot, whatever. Hey, yo, there ain't no man at all that I know that without a previous conversation and clarification as to the do's and don'ts of a relationship after an infidelity, that we are talking about a man walking past you like, what's up, bruh? Coming over, going into your bedroom where you hug at your pillow, hold your blanket like Linus, and suck your thumb, and spend the night. You wasting all of my time that real. All. But certainly let's delve into that possibility.
Here's the thing. My mother told me a story of right here in Barbados. Yeah, as Rihanna said, when a woman tap out, she tap out.
Yeah,
right?
but Rihanna got tap out and I got downright like if you if you all can get this wrestling analogy, right? There's tapping out and there is outright bending the rules and cheating. Right? And not cheating in that, not the horny sense.
No, there is a story my mother told me of a woman who was in a very similar situation. She had a man, but this man, I'm not so certain if he was cheating on her, but he was not contributing to the household. And one day he come home, he pushed the door. When he pushed the door, it hit the woman. The woman was on the floor with a man in the doorway. So the fella now, and he missed the action. Look at, I see this man here looking at he. And the woman said, yeah, don't pay him the money, he don't put no nothing here. So the homeboy had to step over the woman and the man, go and get his things, and left.
Okay. No, that is a situation where I think that the man was not an active contributor or whatever in the relationship. In this situation, my mom ain't got none of that proof.
Oh, my man here hard, man see he hard, the woman going and coming.
Yes, Derek. I ain't saying that she should not cheat. I am not saying she should not upgrade the man. I ain't saying nothing, sir, no? You know my staunch rule when it comes to these sort of things. My staunch rule when it comes to a horn.
Not by the bed.
You can horn me in my living room. You can horn me on a balcony. You can horn me in the kitchen. You can horn me in my car. You can horn me in the bathroom. But if I come home, I catch you in my bed with your ass cock up on my pillow, and I'm not drilling for oil, about there wiping whatever sort may come that come for him in my pillow that I hug up, there'll be murders.
We got snow in the house, man.
No, sir. There's cheating, and there's get backsies, and then there's this here. No. She does that though. Rihanna horning rights is horning rights. That is flagrant though. That's flagrant though.
As remind me, say left for the revenge horning.
Left it out. Left it out.
She didn't say never delete her. And that's the thing. It's a very dangerous game. Ladies, do not do the revenge horning thing. Don't do it.
I tell you, I can't imagine coming home, my nice king size bed with my plushy pillow, and a man in there. And the man bring and the man and then my man done the man sir, where is his shirt? Let me see the same.
Yeah, Dragon Balls and sheets, man.
Yeah. Man, take up your shirt. So let me see the same, man. Let me clean up here. So no, sir. Not my type. No, sir.
I deal with it. Give me 6 and 7 days, no need. More 6 brown checks, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a successful TikTok financial coach. In real life, I'm broke as F. Every financial decision I've made has devastated me and my husband. Others rob Peter to pay Paul, but I'm robbing Peter just to rob him. Paul doesn't care. I fell victim to a scam that I shared with my large TikTok audience, and many people lost money. But what hurts me most is when I took my last $350 to get my hair braided instead of paying on our life insurance policies. My husband had an aneurysm and died in his sleep. Everyone, including his family, thought that I had a windfall of insurance money, but in truth, the policy lapsed and I didn't get a dime. Not a nickel, not a dime. I couldn't do a GoFundMe as a successful financial coach, so I sold his car and cremated my husband and didn't tell his family. It may be time to tell the truth. I asked for help, but I can't let my 2,000 plus TikTok audience down. What to do? Hashtag SBC chat.
Sweetheart, what to do? Is take your TikTok with your 2,000 followers and close it. Because you're not making money there, clearly. So close it.
See, stop fronting.
Do what you got to do. I certainly would like you to at least tell your family you cremate the loved one.
It's great, isn't it?
It'd be nice. But you literally have your guiding principle or your guiding purpose for your life and your financial wherewithal is TikTok. Is TikTok. Where people do dances to funny trends and do wild things and pranks. TikTok. If you were making enough money off of them 2,000 people on TikTok, certainly you would not be in the financial straits that your husband were, or even you are now, considering that the man has passed on. So TikTok seems to be the bane of your existence, clearly. It give the man an aneurysm, so it's time to close TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, take your money to get your hair braided and they pay bill or they pay policy.
Yeah.
Just
close the TikTok.
Take up that poor man.
Mm-hmm.
And then because you can't let go the validation, you cannot let go the validation of TikTok. You have now decided you can't shut it down. You can't bet you cremate the man. Anytime my family, nothing, my family can't grieve properly. And so because you had to get your hair braided. What? Why not, Neil?
Yeah.
So this is episode 236, fan submission night. Hit the like button. That's the cost of admission for tonight. Hit the like button. Hit the subscription. Make sure you subscribe. Sorry. Also, hit the notification bell to ensure we only got 7 likes, people.
We got the thing.
We can do a little better than that. But fan submission night, Neil, tends to be very often like a WWE event, right? You just get a lot of little matches in the lead up to the headliner. And the headliner, because I like to split this into the screenshots and then the videos. So the headliner for the screenshots, let's call this the pre-show.
Oh, the pre-show. Okay. Oh, the pre-show. Okay.
So the headliner
the
for
undercard.
the
undercard.
Yeah, the undercard is this particular one here. This one is number 8. Neil, let's get that on screen. Let's get number 8. We into the headliner, folks. Yeah, the main event, correct, Neil. Right. We ready?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Judge dismisses University of Wyoming sorority sisters lawsuit attempting to block transgender woman Artemis Langford from joining and says the court will not define a woman today after they accused her of being a sexual predator.
Wait.
Stay with me, my brother.
Judge
Stay with me.
Attempted to block transgender.
Hang in with me, folks, and everything will be clear in a moment. A judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed by University of Wyoming sorority sisters contesting the admission of a transgender woman whom they accuse of being a sexual predator. Now, I know for a long time I used to be real confused with transgender woman, transgender man. From what I understand, transgender woman is a man who is now transitioning to be a woman. Transgender man is the other thing. A woman going to be a man, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the clarity for those of you who just like me used to be confused. Mm-hmm. 6 members of the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority chapter had challenged Artemis Langford's admission by casting doubt on whether sorority rules allowed a transgender woman. The district court judge found in favor of the sorority and Langford, ruling that the sorority's bylaws as a private voluntary organization don't define who's a woman. The 6 members had raised safety concerns and detailed allegations against Langford, but said they were told to change our definition of woman in the September 2022 lawsuit. Several members of the sorority also claimed Langford's presence in their home left them feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable. And here we have Artemis pictured here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, lovely lady. Mm-hmm. And then we have this a picture of the ladies of Kappa Kappa Gamma. Mm-hmm. And they challenged yeah, if you can look carefully, you can see up in the top left-hand corner, there is Artemis Langford. The top left-hand corner in the orange shirt, almost blending into the wall a little bit. That is Artemis Langford,
Almost like a predator.
who is being challenged by the Kappa Gamma Gamma sorority, right? So they allege that she would stare at the other girls for hours without saying anything while sitting with a pillow in her lap. They also accused her. Here we know what's up there, guys. They also accused her of taking photos of the girls at a slumber party and making inappropriate comments to them, including about what vaginas look like, breast cup size, whether women were considering breast reductions or on birth control. On one occasion, one of the women claimed she was changing clothes inside the house without a bra on, but turned around to find Langford 21 staring at her, the complaint alleged. Fellow sisters reportedly later said that Langford had his hands over his genitals and appeared sexually aroused. And fellas, we know when we are sexually aroused, generally people know.
Yeah. They know what's up.
Yeah, literally. At the heart of the lawsuit was the issue of defining a woman, with the sorority sisters arguing that because KKG's governing documents define it as a space exclusively for females, the organization broke its own rules by admitting a biological male. The sisters claimed that the sorority changed its criteria to allow Langford to apply. Well, KKG's lawyers said the definition of woman has evolved since the sorority's founding 150 years ago. The term woman is unquestionably open to many interpretations, the sorority's filing claimed. Although the plaintiffs they ordered a definition in their lawsuit as a adult human female, KKG said this was restrictive and were seeking to dismiss on the basis of changing views around what constitutes a woman. Now, when I first did these screenshots, Neil, I was unconcerned with the pictures, but I'm glad that, I was guided to leave the pictures in. If you look at the picture carefully, guys, we can see. And so whoever did these photos is definitely a genius, right? Look at this particular photo. Artemis, again, is up to the right-hand corner. You nearly wouldn't see him, right? He was
her, man.
Sorry, my bad. You nearly wouldn't see her. Blending in with the wall in the last photo, and now almost blending in with the background in this particular photo. Whoever is doing this to Artemis knows what's up in terms of, creating a story. And then we have this picture of Artemis here. Yeah. The case at Wyoming's only 4-year public university drew widespread attention as transgender people fight for more acceptance in schools, athletics, workplaces, and elsewhere, while some, like these sorority sisters, push back. They describe the sorority as a safe space to grow together and build genuine, long-lasting relationships, as well as a refuge for us, biological women, to relax and release from the pressure and stress that come with the college and life. Wyoming U.S. District Court Judge Alan Johnson, in his ruling, found that sorority bylaws as a private voluntary organization don't define who's a woman. A federal court cannot interfere with sororities' chapters or freedom of association by ruling against its vote to induct the transgender woman last year, Johnson ruled Friday. So, in other words, these ladies said, hey, let's include Artemis. And now they're like, wait a minute. This don't make sense. With no definition of a woman in the sorority bylaws, Johnson ruled that he could not impose the Six Sisters' definition of a woman in place of the sorority's more expansive definition provided in court. With his inquiry beginning and ending there, the court will not define a woman today. Johnson, himself an alumnus of the university who was honored by the school as distinguished alumni in 2015, wrote,
Oh dear.
The sorority sisters who sued publicly shared how Langford's presence in their house made them squirm. It is really uncomfortable. Some of the girls have been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed. Some girls live in constant fear in our home, Holtmeyer told Megyn Kelly on her podcast. And there we have Judge Alan Johnson.
He was a Roman the school first founded.
Yeah, older looking guy. But hey, He says, men are never allowed on the second floor of our house apart from moving in and moving out. So it is an only female space and not like living in the dorms. We share just a couple of main bathrooms, but it is supposed to be a safe space for us to rest our head at night. This culminated in the lawsuit, which was brought against the sorority's parent organization, its president, Mary Pat Rooney, and its housing corporation. Langford was named in the lawsuit, but was not being sought for monetary damages. Some of the sisters also alleged that the sorority's leadership pressured and bullied the members to accept Langford into the group. One sister, who remained anonymous, told the National Review that Langford has not made any effort to physically look like a girl, adding, he's just calling himself a girl. All you have to do is identify as she/her. In response to the complaint were photos of a number of text exchanges between sorority members that implied there was doubt among sisters as to whether or not the allegations against Langford were made up. This sworn allegations appears to be a game of telephone after one sorority sister told a drunken story to another, who repeated the story, read the filing on behalf of Langford, written by her attorney, Rachel Berkness. In one message, a member who claimed to be present in the room at the time of the alleged incident appeared to write to another member, I'm pretty much 100% positive it did not happen, but like, what if it was redacted, actually the person's name actually saw something like that? I don't want to be saying this awful thing didn't happen.
No, ladies and gentlemen. No, what I find so... No, I'm not a lawyer, no. Not a lawyer. But what I find interesting, what was that young person charged with, Derek? What's the genesis of this lawsuit?
Being a predator.
Being a predator. Right? I want to put the... I'm looking for the... yes, I'm looking for the headline again. I think it was 8. Yeah, 8. Right, yeah. It says, Judge dismisses University Wyoming sisters' attempt to block transgender women arms from joining and says the court will not define a woman today. Right? So basically what we have here is that this person has been accused of being a predator, and they're trying to block this person from being a part of the sorority, right? On the grounds that they're not a real woman.
Yeah.
Now, what I find very interesting here is that they're focusing on the person's gender, and really they should be focusing on the sexual predator part. It matters not if it's a man. It matters not if it's a woman. You want to make sure that your people are safe. No, I don't know the tenets of or the bylaws or whatever of the sorority, but certainly there's enough grounds here, or maybe they tried and they didn't have enough evidence. I am not sure. But in my opinion, this is where the vague terms and definitions can get kind of warped. Now, I'm not saying that this is the average thing that happens. I am not saying that there's an everyday occurrence amongst the LGBTQ community. What I am saying is, at some point, we will come to a point where we realize we have to have hard and fast, concrete defining terms for what is a man and what is a woman. I hope it doesn't come to a point where this becomes widespread or somebody really gets hurt for them to start to look at these types of things. I saw Rian sent me just now, and Derek and I would have thought about this before, where the Merriam-Webster was kind of forced into changing the definition of female.
Which is insane, because the dictionary is supposed to be unbiased and stuff.
That's supposed to be your covenant.
That's supposed to be a reference.
Your tenant, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are not here to define a woman today, as the judge in Wyoming wanted to. Yeah, we don't want to do that. But certainly there are some things that make me raise an eyebrow in this situation. For example, this man is a former alum and was recently honored by the school. Why is he trying this case? Isn't there some conflict of interest or bias? Yeah. I mean, I would assume there's some. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I wonder. I just think that in 2023, we are getting to a point where anything goes, whether it be for a man, a woman, children, ourselves, anything goes. Men, it has nothing to do with gender only. anything goes. Promiscuity, addictions, anything goes. Right? We enable things like this, and bad things happen. Do I believe? I believe there should be representation. There certainly is a conversation to be had with a man feeling that they're trapped in a woman's body, or a woman feeling that they're trapped in a man's body. Certainly there is some type of conversation that could be had around that, but this is not that kind of conversation. I'm just saying, when you start to redefine terms without doing the legal, like going through the hundreds of years of law and legality and law and rules and stuff like that, when you try to change society overnight, these things will happen. You have to change the laws to be clear in defending and upholding the safety and the morality of a society, right? Problem is when you start to change, because English now is a hard language now. They got three different types of there, three different types of tree. They got, like it's hard. Where? It's hard. But certainly when you start to define the terms that are not so hard, it's
that's the hard part, deal. It is like simple things, right? We think we are so smart in 2023.
Yep. We
can reinvent the wheel and come up with something that's fancy.
Listen,
and that's really
thousands of years,
Yeah, because we are trying to ignore millennia of the world working a certain way, operating a certain way.
And want to change overnight.
We could do better than this here,
We know more.
So now, these ladies, we know more than people that went before we, that was here before. You know so much more than them, right? So now these ladies have changed their bylaws or whatever to accommodate a transgender people. I suspect they were of the opinion, hey, it looked good on paper.
Yeah, that's
this,
yeah, right? Identity politics. Yeah, it look good in the paper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked really good, equity and inclusion and all that. Mm-hmm. Until it becomes a reality. I know you have. I think next thing, right? It would have been better or worse. Sorry, it might have been easier to handle if Artemis was 5'6", 5'7". Yeah. It would have been easier for these ladies to deal with that if Artemis was 5'6", 5'7", 155 pounds. But Artemis comes in there. 6'2".
Yeah, 6'2".
Yeah. It is difficult for those ladies to process because immediately they know that the day that he cannot, the day that Artemis cannot control his arousal, the alleged arousal, his problems about that sorority house. Yep. You know what I mean?
And
so you got sometimes when you want to change these things, you got to go down the rabbit hole and really see ask yourself the what ifs.
Yep. And just before people say, this is a tough conversation, whatever. There are ways to mitigate this situation, and just off the top of my brain, I could think of a type of screening process or a simple psychological exam. I don't know, but because let me explain. If a woman comes to a sorority, for example, if a what do you call this person, is a baby carrier, a birther. Right?
Birthing person.
A birthing person. If a birthing person comes to your sorority and says, I would like to be a part of your sorority. They say, well, you're a woman. They check to see who you know or what you're doing in society or whatever. And they say, you seem like an outright person. Come true. Why don't you then have something in your covenant, tenant, whatever, bylaws that say, well, transgender, maybe we should ask a few more questions. Right? Because at the end of the day, you're talking about 153 years. Shoot, even the judge frightened to change and define what a woman is because it's hard to process. So changing all the bylaws, the rules, the law, all of these things will take time, right? It is unfortunate that these women feel unsafe in their own sorority, a place where they should feel safe. But please understand that you need to accommodate, adapt, adjust almost in real time. Right? So
But that's the thing. That's what they did, you know, and that's the way they need position. You know.
But hold on, they adapted in real time, but they did not, in my opinion, adapt efficiently. Because at the end of the day, look at this. You got 153 years. This thing was formed 153 years ago as well. 1870, same boss. 1870, a group of women get together and say, let's have a good old sorority. That's fine. Women could come in, no man. And back then, a woman was a woman and a man was a man.
Yeah.
That was the thinking. And
that confirmed for me.
Right?
Look, tell me you got.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
Times.
Look, they got a picture there. Look, match it with that. Look. You got that? Come true.
Good?
If you don't got it,
come true.
Right. 153 years ago, they never thought in the last 10, 15, 20 years, you don't need to change these bylaws. You know, like there's no reason to, because it's not a thought. It was never a thought. So now up comes my man Artemis. Up comes Artemis. Now Artemis is saying, look, no, I ain't saying Artemis don't identify as a woman. I ain't saying Artemis really thing, but Artemis still got the plumbing. So when Artemis come through as a woman, but things start to get up like a back tight, what you gonna do? You know, God, you raise 153 years of bylaws and tenets and law and tradition, right? And you know God try to rejigger something. So, and imagine every state, every college, all these things now have to change. And here's the question I am going to leave off this point with, right? What is the thought behind changing literally hundreds and thousands of years of societal, don't let me say societal, but in tradition and law and bylaws, etc., right? Why does it make sense to change laws that benefit a minute fraction of the populace? We're not talking about safety, because Artemis's safety would not have been infringed upon if the people say, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but we don't allow. Yeah, it's not a discriminatory thing, it's a safety issue, because, you know, while you do identify as a woman, if you fully transition, if it was something like, if you fully transition to a woman, you get all the reconditioned parts and everything that you come on through. But until then, you still will be seen as a man, a male, and is a safety issue at that point. Why are we trying to invent the thing is, we're trying to invent the wheel today. We try to take the wheel that worked for literally hundreds of thousands of years, and we want, the deadline's today. We're trying to fix it up. It don't make sense. So what I ask people to in these situations is to have grace, temperament, and try to talk through things and start living in your isolated bubbles and thinking that I want to be progressive in my thought. But you're not
That's
really
the problem.
Yeah, but
everybody want to be progressive.
But in being progressive though, Derek, in being progressive, you have to cover all your bases and think about how does this infringe on everyone involved. Because that one person, imagine, that one person came and disrupted the whole apple cart, and now they're in a bind because there's no legal recourse, it seems, that they can do without hardcore evidence. So while I appreciate, and again, we could be progressive, but we also have to operate in kindness and grace and try to still, like, there's 7 components. You still got to consider the masses. You still got to consider the safety. The safety of those women now are in jeopardy because of this one person. Because let's be honest, whether you're a man, a woman, a childbirth, whoever, you can be a predator. And you can do nefarious things. So the safety of those women would be paramount to me. So I would hold the stance, this is my stance, and this is why. If the people come for you, they come for you. But
boy, Rian said that my man Johnson was patient. Nina,
yes,
just say something. Put on the screen for me, please.
Right,
if you could.
Let me get rid.
Move to the next thing.
Let me get my mind. Let me get my mind here on screen, man. Hold on.
Put Skeletor on screen there. So for the people.
Hold on, let me get my mind here. So
this is episode 236, fan submission night. Hit the notification bell, hit the subscription button. hit the like button. That's the cost of admission tonight.
Lucky there, lucky there, luck.
Skeletor up on screen there. I don't think I have to say anything about it, but I think I will anyhow. Skeletor is saying, hey, saying I identify as is the same as saying I pretend to be. Change my mind.
And before you all see this and say, oh, but language matters, pretend to identify. Language matters. That is the problem.
Well, I saw saying somewhere that said one time, don't be so open-minded that your brains fall out. Anyhow,
oh boy,
let me push and get into the video segment
She's on.
of tonight.
The main event.
We move to the main event now. This is the main card here now, Brent. And let me start. We're going to start with my boy Tyrese. Tyrese is a special kind of guy. So we got this one from On Site, and it's talking about Tyrese. He's going to warn any future man that hooks up with his ex.
Oh, no.
Yeah? He has a warning for that guy. So let's hear what Tyrese has to say.
Oh, this can be rough. All right, let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
With whoever you fucking, I feel bad for them niggas. Cause on some man-to-man shit, go get what you there to get. But real niggas salute. These niggas are looking at all these interviews and videos and they know exactly who the fuck you are. There's so many people that know her, my ex, know me, know the truth about what actually happened, what's been going on. And they at home quiet as a church mouse. They much rather have me out here acting as if I'm going above and beyond to try and expose. It's like, you know what the fuck happened. You know what's going on. You know who she is or who we all believe she was. You see what these intentions, you see what's going on. You see that she's online, been taking shots at me and my baby Zelly. She called Zelly a Jezebel. She been coming at Zelly so crazy. Like you Jesus 1 minute and Jezebel the next, and Zelly never asked to be here. Zelly was out living her best life. I was a very married man with a whole family. Don't club, don't party, don't go out, don't do shit. If I ever leave my house, very intentional. Zelly never asked to be here. Say what you want to say about this woman. We had a whole situation that had nothing to do with nothing. So I'm going to be a tough fact to follow. It ain't going to be because of how much money I got. There's plenty of niggas out here way more money than me. Yeah. This alpha energy right here, with this raw truth and this uncomfortable truth that I speak, ain't no real man gonna fuck with nothing that's shady and obviously fucked up like that. It just ain't happening. Hey, baby.
Oh,
okay, shit. Okay, I'm here to say good night. I'm on IG Live right now. I said I wasn't gonna go up. Kiss me so I can finish talking shit before I go to sleep. I'm tired of it,
I want the ladies, right? I want the ladies to imagine you with a man and he is on IG Live pouring out his heart about all the things that, you know, happened with his wife. Sorry, his ex-wife. And I'm pretty sure this next video near that even just sent you. This is probably what you ladies would think about that man. Yeah, because I just thought to get you up right there. Just let me know when you're ready. Yeah, because here it is. We have this man. And it goes to show, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that money does not demand mate, because this man got all the money in the world and he is on IG Live talking about his ex-wife and how he's going to be this tough act to follow for her and stuff like that.
You ready?
But based on what we're seeing here, this is not a tough act. I am confident that his ex-wife, when she sees this, is thinking one thing, and I'm certain that his girlfriend, who miraculously just appeared to rub his head, is the most cringeworthy thing ever. She's coming rubbing his head and all kind of dog as he's talking about his ex-wife. Right? I'm sure that both of those women think this very thing about him.
Super pussy hole.
Yeah,
Keisha, let me get it. Before you go in here, let me get it.
Oh yes. That's where the squeezes. That be juices.
Always. My girl, Kudos Kid, she said, if I had a man that kept talking about his ex publicly, I think you obsessed. Tough act to follow, but you cringy as hell. The next one says, tell us you're not healed from. So you see, it was right. Most of the women thinking this. Tell us you're not healed from your ex without telling us you're not healed from your ex. But you don't even realize the finesse is already complete. She's going to date for genuine love now that she has your money to live her best life.
Well, damn.
Yeah. Somebody asked, why are you always victim? You don't never do anything, huh? I could have swore he was in a whole new relationship that he just posted about the other day. This. His new woman should be upset he's acting like this. She probably is. But hey, she too is probably waiting to get the finesse completed. Somebody says, nah, fam, this ain't it. At one time, she was what you wanted. So now to speak negatively on her toward the next man is against the code.
Amen.
You take that L and absorb the lesson, learn from it.
Amen.
And focus attention and energy on being the best version of yourself for the new lady in your life and your children.
That you burn account. That you burn account.
There's no point continually reflecting on what has been. And I also want to add to that, as he's saying, to speak negatively on her so the next man is against the code. It also reflects poorly on you because it shows that you did not vet properly.
Exactly.
And you have poor decision-making skills. But I think I'll leave it off. I'm not calling him a narcissist, but I've already noticed 3 acts in this video. Playing the victim, smear campaign, triangulation. Tyrese, please take us out the chat and vent to your therapist. We tired. Tired. We got our own problems. Real men don't talk about the ex. We just move on, player.
Yeah, not your real man talk. But anyhow,
we bought that out. But this one says, "This is so bitchified. Now please stop. You are ruining your brand. It's starting to piss me off. So problematic for nothing. Nobody knows what's going on with Tyrese until Tyrese start talking. Hush, child, out of sight, out of mind. I hate when men act like women. Real man would never. I'll say the same thing they say to us women. You should have chose better.
Factual. Amen.
Yeah, that's it.
I see they have one here. If I had a man that kept talking about his ex. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I have nothing else to add. You have hit it very, very well and succinctly. The comments certainly roasted him. Tyrese.
The roasting that was needed.
Yeah, Tyrese. Seek a therapist. Or stop going through the internet.
As we say, the internet is not your therapist. Don't come out here, it's hear you moat and talking junk.
I'm bleeding.
So anyhow, as you said, Neil, ain't much more to add to that. Let me just say, gentlemen, there's something to be said for holding your frame, holding your masculine frame. I don't like using that as a catch-all statement. Please know that his ex-wife is not talking about him. Just saying. Big up Marlon just coming in the building. Now, this next one, folks, as we speed toward the end, this next one is a trigger warning for some of you because the caption reads, well, you can read what the caption reads. I'm not going to read it for you. Let's get into it.
Ooh, child. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
Have a kid, a happy home, and then you work on yourself, lose over 100 pounds, and become unrecognizable, both inside and out. You hang out more and ultimately step out on your marriage. There's hurt, pain, and a divorce. You live life with regret, but your story isn't finished.
What I thought at the time was love, I had never felt that before, ever. I have never felt so more desired in my life, ever.
Was living with your husband difficult?
Very.
Why?
Because I only wanted the other guy.
Wow. I'm obviously not yours and you're not mine, but I don't want
he was mine. He was mine. I'm sorry, honey. He was mine.
How did your husband find out?
I confessed. I couldn't sleep. My conscience was eating me alive and I was exhausted. I was ready to leave my baby, leave my family. This was nice. I love y'all. I see y'all on the weekend. I wanted to be with him.
Where's Kadeem when you want him? Anyhow,
Boy, can you even see me just talking about women doing jump, boy?
apparently, yeah, because Kadeem knows it. Anyhow, she's who filed for divorce, I would assume, or who divorced, you know,
So, but this is what you see. We see all the time. This is why we hold uplifting sessions such as the King's Gathering, 3rd edition, November 19th, International Men's Day at the Jubilee Hall, because we give men the information that they need to know. We're not saying that these things will happen, but they definitely can happen, right? And it's important for men to keep a handle on improvement.
Amen.
Because I am confident that while this lady was on her grind to lose those 100 pounds, he probably wasn't doing much.
But I'm glad you bring that up, you know, because I was thinking as that was going on, as I was processing, you know, there's something to be said. For example, Derek, you know this better than anyone. Losing weight and keeping it off is a hard, arduous task.
Believe that.
Good. So it is not even about that is exactly what she saw, as you said. I hear grinding and working hard to better my health and myself, and this man was not. I mean, we could assume the man might be a fitness trainer. Who knows? Point remains, help she lose them pounds. The point remains taking it in good faith and doing a bit of assumption, which it says ask you and me, but taking it into consideration that this woman probably getting it every morning, probably coming home late at night, probably break up, eating healthy, changing her diet, sleeping different, moving different, like it's an entire lifestyle change. So of course she's gonna be like, yeah, well, you're not the man. I work and I grind and I try to improve my life, and not you.
Yeah.
Right? No, we're not saying that is grounds to cheat.
That's not what we're saying.
Right?
That's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying. But certainly, because if you get into a relationship with someone, you get married to that person as is, right? And then you try to do a complete life change, because that is a lifestyle change. Eating different, sleeping different, moving different. That is a different level of commitment to self, and not to self, to improvement. You see your partner literally, that's like me getting up in the morning and say, all right, babe, I get in the gym. And she like, all right, I'll see you. I say, you want to come with me? Nah, I good. And that person continuously living a lifestyle that is unhealthy. And here you are now, you're in fine physical shape. You feel healthy. You move differently. And this person can't go up on a walk with you. This person huffing and puffing and climbing the stairs. This person's out of shape. Right? So there's a disconnect there fundamentally. This is why it is not the change that is get me, you know. It's the adaptation to the change. You know what I mean? It's the adaptation to the change both he and she may have struggled with.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So that's why God put it.
What dear, boy. I wish I thought of this sooner, because I don't want to prolong the show no better. We actually talked about this on here. We did an article about this, a lady who had bariatric surgery.
Yeah.
And then she lost a whole ton of weight. They say that once ladies have that surgery, or that procedure, whatever it is, they have that operation, whatever it's called it, the divorce rate is like 85%, right? Because the anti-social's point, she was only as faithful as her options.
You know,
because when she starts to slim down and more people start looking at her, she has no more options. Like Pergamy, correct me, and big up me in the house.
But Derek, you know when we say that I got wealthy, good looking, upright, famous men, and them got options, it's no, that is cheating. All of a sudden now it's rock spelting. But here it is now, my woman lost all this weight and she got options now instead of like, Look at that double standard.
What? No. On the flip side, I think she also had low self-esteem, big and has low self-esteem after weight loss because all the men that would want her fun, energetic, may just want some sex, and she recognized love. Well, love was the dude that had her, or well, not again, the middle of so because some fellas like big girls,
Yeah.
right? But the man married her. She had a child and everything for him. And they want to take this in good faith. They want to. But, it is what it is. It really says hypergamy, hypergamy.
When a man marry you, sorry, flip that. The man has gotten down on one knee and decided to spend the rest of his life with you. Taking it all in good faith, that man married you, right? For better or worse, sickness and health, etc., etc. Here it is. You lost weight. Your husband ain't, we can take it under that he ain't taking you on, taking on that weight loss thing. He won't live his life.
But that's the thing that we assuming
he
didn't do that, right? But what we know for sure is that when she was 100 pounds heavier, all these new men wasn't checking.
Mm-hmm.
We know that for certain.
Mm-hmm.
We know that homeboy was dead. And married she and everything, right? We know that for sure. So we can kind of make a little inference that, hey, these men like she know that she not like that. Yeah, there was a rocky with she before, but not even an inference. That's just it's just what it is. So now she got to stay at that kind of fight there for him. If not, then same man gone. And they probably just want you for some stomach. You know what I mean? Homeboy was there when she was big. You press forward. You press forward. You get next one there. So, because brace again, guys. Trigger warning.
All right, let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
Statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of the account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of the account that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't.
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What is the problem?
You need to be a problem. You're a self.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that I work hard and struggling.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are self.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us. Are you serious? You mad because I'm putting
everything you done for who? Everything you done for me. I'm the one working. I'm the one putting in the time.
You cannot be for real right now, Key. Everything I do for us, and you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me?
Everything you do for us. Everything you do for you. Statement. This is just. I'm gonna tell you, man.
What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am always weary whenever there's an argument on a phone out. Yeah, because that could be a skit. But let's take it. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw is a masterclass in manipulation. It's a masterclass in signing language, and then a masterclass in trying to deflect and play victim and gain currency to shame the husband, guilt the husband, etc. Right? Ladies, forget that, scratch that. Man, at the end of the day, part of the reason why we do this content is because we don't want you to get bamboozled. Because that's what that woman there doing. The woman okie-dokie hard. Right? The woman there when they broke like Ali and about their movie the feet. Right? Please understand that there is, in a relationship, do everything in the light. And you ain't got no problem. I know it's hard. You might, let me scratch that. Because no, that contradicts something we said earlier. With the woman saying that you want to get hit by another man. Don't say everything that come to light. You got something you keep to yourself, right? But in all seriousness, the whole joint account thing, right? If you have a joint account, you put in money into that joint account, and that other person is taking money out of the account and squirreling away. The important point here is not even the shaming language she was using, is that she is planning for She is planning for the eventuality of a divorce.
So she came to the relationship in bad faith.
In bad faith. That's like me saying, you know what? I put on this parachute when again put a plane. Again, I flying out. Yeah. Again, I get up on a plane here, so again over in a way more. Let me walk with a parachute just in case.
Yeah.
Right? Like that. There is something to be said.
Here's the thing. There's not, because everybody's got insurance for the vehicle, but you don't try about expecting accidents, right?
Facts.
And you're going to a wedding, you say getting married, it's all right. For those who can, you organize some kind of prenuptial agreement, right? In the event that something does happen, we get it. But in this particular situation here, she is not. As my man said, you paid $22,000 for a lesson. And she put in money one side, or there was a discussion about it. He said she just keep her money. Put one side to left.
If that was in a company, she'd be embezzling.
Right? The man holding you down. The man's giving you no indication that we're getting ready to roll. So the man say, yeah, I the boy putting money in it, I boy work and everything. You just thieving money. It's just embezzling, you know? And here's the thing. Here's the point now, right? Here's where we're gonna flip it now. Because I blame he.
Facts of life. Facts of life.
I blame him. Because there's no way she getting like this now. He didn't see that before he got married.
Facts of life.
No way. So there's no way she holds those opinions. Right? In terms of, yeah, you gotta take care of me. And yeah, it's supposed to, but you gotta take care of me, and you gotta preserve. You taking care of me, I taking care of me too. She ain't taking care of nobody. Right?
No. For all, no. That's not true. For all she has done for him. For all she has done for him.
Still can't tell you what she do for you.
That's not the point. The woman emotionally said, "For all I done for you," right. Probably including the God, the meals, the whatever.
So, and that's probably what she does need. So he had to know that was her mentality going into that.
Yep.
That she's like, yeah, you used to do for me, I used to do for me too.
Yep.
You know? And he still telling me he married this woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a child too.
You try 2,000 short, no try to get out. So that's me, man said, we go hit this one on the iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was a little triggering for the people watching. So because of that, I brought celebrity in the form of Kabisa Street Confessions. Ladies and gents, let's have a watch of this one. I think Raj. Raj is his name. Let's hear this interview with Raj from my man Murdoch. Shout out Kabisa Street Confessions all the way from Guyana.
All right, let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
Raj, give me a taste on this thing. Take your time there, Raj. Hanging hard all night, take your time.
This look tasty just like the girls them. Tasty like the girls them.
It look tasty.
It tasty just like the girls them.
It tasty just like the girls them.
Yeah.
Like the girls them fronts.
Everything. Yeah, it tasty just like the girls them.
Which brings me to my next question, of course. Is licking patty cake important in a relationship?
Well, it's a hard question, sir, but I could tell you there is a real sweet part inside in a relationship.
It's a sweet part.
Right.
You must do it. You have to do it.
I gotta do it because it's my girlfriend or he gotta be my wife.
Any girl, every say just got one night stand with a cat. You just me this catty tonight, right?
If it's a first time sex, I'm not gonna do it.
Why not?
Why? No, because she is my wife. If it's gonna be my wife, I'm gonna suck it.
Suck it, you go lick it.
Right.
Put on a blindfold.
Right. I'm gonna shut me and do it.
See if you shut your eye open, your eyes the BT, like, you know.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shut me and lick the BT.
Not shut your
No.
You can't mistake the BT for the party cake.
I'm gonna suck it for the cake, but I gotta be my wife.
Gotta be your wife. If you having sex with a catty, and in the middle of the sex now, right? In the middle of the lashing, this catty pass out and dead on you. What would you do? How you would explain this to the police?
If a catty did that for me,
so yeah, so you
me gonna never make a catty did that for me. Because me not gonna stop.
I mean, you're not gonna stop.
Me gonna keep on sending.
So if you sexing this girl and she get unconscious, you check your pulse, she dead. You continue.
Sir, look at this here, cameraman. Hold this here. Look this here.
What's gone?
Look at this here. You want to see anything more?
What happened? I think you're misinterpreting the question, right?
I win you, body.
No.
You and a female having sex.
And she passes
right?
away.
You're lashing, right?
Not the.
And in the middle of the sex, she get blackout.
She get blackout?
She get blackout. When she get blackout, now you check your pulse. Check your pulse like this. You check your pulse. She ain't get, you ain't get no pulse. She dead. Catty dead.
Catty dead?
Yeah, the catty dead. How you gonna know? You can tell the police.
Me not go tell the police nothing because he didn't catch me top she.
So you continue take your set.
Me go take it because me go wake, make she wake up back.
See if she wake up back, bro.
Well, me go still sex she till she wake up back.
Wait a minute.
So you just left sex and
hard back, broken man.
Clearly. You're doubting, you're there with your brethren them, you're drinking, everybody having a good time, right? One of your friend them get blamed, right? The man got in the car and bust a piss. And in the middle of, trying for bust a piss, now the man can't buckle his pants, you can't do nothing for yourself, right? You as a brethren, right?
Watch the edit, dear. Watch the edit.
And take out your brethren tool, Felipe.
Never. Me go never go and take out me friend for go and pee.
But then you's not no friend then.
Me Scott and go take out me fucking friend cock for go piss.
Why? You let the man piss up himself and go back in the dance for let them girls laugh. Yeah? Let them girls laugh, you stay so.
If he drunk,
yes.
Me go mostly take off his belt.
Raj, boy. Yo.
Big up my Raj.
let us just say it here that, gentlemen, if you are ever having sex, you're doing it dirty with a young lady, or anyone for that matter, and they black out, you check their pulse, and they have transitioned to the other side. Your best bet in a life is to get up, call the police, and then dress yourself and go outside. Do not touch many things. And wait for the police. Do not certainly continue having.
See, you keep saying it, man.
My mother saw put out every condom no other man. My put out lambskin. The man put out non-latex.
Oh, big up my man Raj, man.
Yeah.
Big up Raj.
But here's the question, Derek, though. We're out partying. We've had in some drinks. I go to pee. Would you let me pee myself?
Yeah, we gotta pee yourself, man.
Facts of life. You gotta pee yourself, dog. If you're man enough to drink liquor, you're man enough to take no parts. If you're man enough, nah. No, we not do that. We not.
You gotta set it, man. Anyhow, boss. Woo. It's been one of them nights. We can take an early one tonight because shoot, it is what it are. We don't make it the rules, just make sure you know what they are. You can ignore reality all you want. You cannot ignore the consequences of ignore reality. Be the best version of you for you. We can see you guys again very soon. We got shorts coming tomorrow. Apparently, the weekend, tomorrow and Saturday, are supposed to be dangerously hot. That's what the Met Office says. So drink enough water. Stay out the sun as much as you can. Be safe. Please remember as you head out into the dating streets, it's a contaminated environment, and the tutus about that. We got one more video we're going to show you guys as we head on out of here.
All right, let's get it. Peace and love, everybody. In 3, 2, wait. Which video this is now? Oh, this. Sorry. Killed the wrong video. Let's get it. Yeah. Got you covered. Let's get it in. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
In the ERA. And while I was doing jokes, I did a joke one night. I said women live longer than men. And I said the reason for it is that they're not married to women. Now, it was not a big joke then, just a part of a story. A woman stood up right about where you are, dear, who was a member of the State Assembly of Nevada, and this is absolutely true. She started to berate me about me being a male chauvinist pig, and there is no record, there are no recordings, no history, no about women living longer than men. Now, I haven't done this in a long time, and I dug out some of the obituaries that I'd like to do for you now, just to prove this point. Nothing has changed. Good evening. Would you turn around so we can get to a camera? I put my glasses on. When I did this bit 15 years ago, I didn't need the glasses. But this is an obituary. Would you examine it? It's a Xerox copy of an obituary. New York Post, is that correct?
That's
Nothing
correct.
I made up. There are 7 obituaries. Now, would you just read, without getting personal and mentioning the names, what does it say at the bottom of the first obituary?
He is survived by his wife.
Survived by his wife. Could you read the second obituary over here? What does it say there, dear?
He is survived.
Survived by his wife. Could you read the third obituary? What does it say?
He leaves.
He leaves his wife. See, they changed it around so you won't get bored. And this one is, he is survived by his wife. What does this one over here say, dear?
He is survived.
Survived by his wife. And what does this one say here?
He's
survived by, and what is, you know goddamn well what that's, survived by his wife. Yeah, I want you to have that 7 out of 7. Now, wait a minute, no. Wait one moment. Good evening. How are you, dear? Those roots are not dead, you know. Darling, please, this is the Los Angeles Times. Is that correct? I have nothing up my sleeves. Will Rogers said I only know what I read in the newspapers. Here's the newspaper. Obituary pages, 3 obituaries, okay? Dr. Carl Sachs, botany expert. Is that correct?
Yes.
How old was he when he died? Can you see that?
81.
81. Professor Emeritus, Harvard University. What does it say at the bottom there?
He leaves.
He leaves his wife. 81. Okay, now, wait a minute. Next one. Ludwig van Elder. Mises, 92. Is that correct? Yes. 92. What does it say over there?
Is survived.
Survived by his wife. 92. That's all, just the facts. Okay. Now, read the headline of the next obituary. T.C. Kistner.
Retired architect dies at 99.
99! Gave it a hell of a shot, didn't he? What does it say over there, dear?
He leaves.
He leaves his wife. All right, now, wait a minute. Now, I got him in every pocket. How are you, darling? This is from the Cedar Rapids Gazette. This was sent to me in 1983. Right here, it says here, West Point's oldest graduate dies. Is that correct, dear?
Yes.
Nothing I made up.
No.
Oldest graduate at West Point. How old was he when he died? You see that?
Can't see.
You can't see? This is your seeing eye dog? Yeah, put your glass on. It's too important. Does a lot for you.
104.
104? West Point's oldest grad, 104. Is that correct?
Right.
Died. Okay, now. Shut up, I'll be back there in a minute. It says here, this man fought in the Spanish-American War, the Boxer Rebellion, the Philippine campaign against the Moros. He was with Pershing when they gave Pancho Villa a new ass south of the border. Just look at this. World War I night, look at this. 4 times he was awarded the Silver Star. Is that correct?
Yes.
Not making this up.
No.
He received the Distinguished Service Medal and the French Croix de Guerre.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What does it say at the bottom, dear?
Survived.
Survived by his wife. A man went up against arrows and bows, flamethrowers and bombs. He beat them all.
Can't be white.
The only one he couldn't beat was that old broad right there, no matter. Survived by his wife. Now, good evening. You're not Juliet Prowse, are you? No, you're sitting down. She always moves around. Here is a Xerox. This is going into the Smithsonian Institute. Here is a letter from a young lady who heard me do this many years ago, sent this lovely note. She was a widow, and she said it was the first laugh she had received in years, and I was very grateful about this since her husband died. At the bottom, she enclosed a little piece from a Reuters communique. Would you read it? This is from the newspapers. Could you read what it says there? It says, wife ends all. Read it, please.
Mrs. Vera Shermak
Right.
of Prague, Czechoslovakia,
Right.
on hearing that her husband was leaving her for another woman,
Right.
threw herself from a 3rd-story window to end it all.
Correct.
She was taken to a hospital and soon recovered.
Right. Wait a minute! She threw herself out of the 3rd-story window to end it all, soon recovered. What does it say?
Her husband, on whom she landed.
was killed on the spot. This bitch threw herself out the window and landed on the old man.
We go for both here.
Great to be a man, ain't it?